everybody, it's Amy Graham, the Badass Valkyrie, and I hope everybody had a good Easter or Passover or whatever you celebrate over this past weekend. I did want to apologize for not having a video up on Sunday, but I decided to take the day off and spend it with my husband, and we had a good time, just relaxed around the house and did some things that we needed to get done here. He is prepping to go into surgery next Monday, so we're just trying to get everything ready for that. But it was just nice to relax and have, you know, time together. So today I thought that I would take you through my April setup in my Hobonichis, my Hobonichi Weeks and my Hobonichi Cousin Avec, and then also for my April in my bullet journal. Yes, I know many of you are going, hey, that's not a chic sparrow. No, it's not. This is actually the first speckled fawns that I have. It is a extra wide, and I have my bullet journal inside it, and I love it. So I guess this technically is not a chic sparrow either, but this has been shown before. It's a Patricia Nash journal cover that I put my Hobonichi in, and I love it. But yeah, I now have two speckled fawns. I've got this one, and I've got a field note size, and I'm carrying the, excuse me, I had hiccups. I am carrying the field note size in my bag, along with this one, and I'm trying to kind of get a feel for it, see if it's too small, too bulky, whatever. Just trying some different things. I know that One Book July is coming up, and obviously I am not a one book kind of girl, so we will see what happens there. But I know that if I ended up going down to One Book July, my Hobonichi Cousin Avec would be it, but it might get put into another cover with something else. So it's technically one book, but yeah, I still got to look up all the ins and outs of One Book July because this will be the first time I'm ever doing it. So, but anyway, I have gone through and did a review in both my journals for the first quarter. Pretty much spent the entire first quarter just almost sick the whole time. So there are some failures, but that's okay. I can't help it. I can't help that I had the flu. I can't help that I have bronchitis still. And you know, that has affected a lot of things that got done, but I am focusing on what did get done and what I was successful at, and that's kind of just how I look at things. And you know, I can't go through everything and go, oh my god, I didn't do that, I didn't do that, I didn't do that, I didn't do that. And otherwise I would just be looking at all the negative, and I am not that kind of person. I am the glass is half full kind of girl. And only if I get into kind of a bout of depression or something like that do I start looking at everything as the glass is half empty kind of thing. So I would rather have a positive outlook on everything and focus on what I got done and what I did right. And then, you know, it's a brand new quarter. And that's how I look at life pretty much. I do restarts. And you know, every month on the 1st, brand new month, brand new day, brand new week, brand new year. So I can't ever sit and, you know, let things that didn't go right 3 months ago bother me anymore. It just never works out. And there's enough negativity in the world around me that I don't need to focus on any negative portions of it about me. So restarted, new quarter, and you know, I thought about carrying over some things from the first quarter that didn't get done, And I'm like, done. No. I need to focus on everything that I had already planned for this quarter. And so, you know, if I have extra time, when does that ever happen? Then I'll go back and worry about it. But, you know, there's always another 1st of January next year. And, you know, I've gotten a lot more done than I did last year. And I'm going to have more time this year because of me retiring from competitive fighting. And so we're just going to see how it goes. I am also participating in the 100-day project, which started on April 3rd, so yesterday. And I am writing something, no matter what, whether it's a sentence or a paragraph or 50 pages in my novel, which is titled The Wish Link. It doesn't matter. Writing something every day for 100 days, and that's what I'm doing. One of the things that I failed at for the first quarter of the year was writing, and I've got to work it in somehow. So I am also, as of today, because, you know, you learn things and you figure things out and something comes to you and you just kind of get struck by it. I'm usually one of those women that fly by the seat of her pants, even though I plan my ass off. If something strikes me, then I'm going to do it. Today, specifically, 3 different people have talked about the Miracle Morning today. And I've heard about it. I mean, you can't be part of the planner community and not know about it. But I was just kind of like, getting up even earlier? Are you kidding me? No. I already get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes 5:30. My goal is to be up by 5:15 every morning. But that's just to get my coffee made and just kind of hang out and just do whatever. I do have some meditation time in that, where it's more silence, me being quiet. And it's just kind of learning to deal with quiet and just be in my own space. And so I already do part of what Hal Elrod talks about, but I didn't know what everything, you know, I just see bits and pieces of the Miracle Morning everywhere, you know. And so before I left work today, after the 3rd person, which was Burgess, off of Journey with Burgess, who is someone that I follow, after seeing her talk about it and journal about it, I'm like, okay, fates are telling me something. So let's just get online and download the damn audiobook, because I have a 40-minute commute to work and a 40-minute commute from work every day, Monday through Friday. I work at the University of Utah, and so during my commute, I listen to a lot of podcasts and things like that, and I'm like, let's just see, you know. So I downloaded it, and I'm already on chapter 3, and I've been looking at things on Pinterest and all that kind of thing, doing some videos, looking at some of the videos for it. So yeah, Amy's going to add that. Now, I had only actually put in one challenge for this month in my bullet journal, and I thought one will be fine. One will be fine. Yeah, now we're up to 3 again, which is my max usually for drawing or whatever. Oh, sorry. Never ever doing doodling again. See, even in my subconscious, it kind of wants to do that. But I'll go back and go, no doodling ever again, because you suck at it. Anyway, so I had the 100-day challenge already and doing some writing for that, which I can actually incorporate into my Miracle Morning if I wanted to. There you go. So, so it will be 3. So writing something in my novel every day, whether it's a line or a bazillion lines, doesn't matter. Then doing my Llama's Love Lettering Every Damn Day challenge, which is all shows, show tunes or musicals this month. I'm losing my head there already. And then getting up early and doing the Miracle Morning every morning for the next 100 days. So You might actually see a couple of vlogs of me doing that. Who knows? You know, I've thought about doing a vlog challenge like in a month or a couple of weeks. And so maybe you'll see my morning routine. I don't know. I talked about, in my last video, I talked about my morning routine and my night routine and that kind of thing for self-care. And people are like, oh my gosh, tell me what you're doing because, you know, you do not look almost 52. And so, although I kind of feel it, you know, recently because of the bronchitis and everything. But I'm more than happy to share my skincare routine and all of that kind of thing. But I figure we'll give it a try and see. You know, it could go the way of other challenges, which fall by the wayside. I don't know. But I'm excited about it. And when I'm excited about something, I usually at least stick with it enough times to see if I like it or not. I mean, I freaking hated the doodle challenge, and I did all 31 freaking days. Even though I hated doing it every second of the day that I did them, I did it. And so, we'll see. So, hopefully you guys will follow along with me. If you are participating in the 100-day project, please post below because I would love to know what you're doing for the 100-day project. And also put your hashtag so that I can follow it on Instagram. Because now you can follow hashtags on Instagram, and I would love to follow you to do that. So please do that for me. And let's go ahead and, since I've rambled enough today, and get through these. And so I can show you, do a quick flip through of March, how it ended up, and the first quarter, how that ended up, and what I'm doing for April for these three. So we'll just flip this bad boy around and get started. I'll be right back. Okay, thanks for bearing with me here. I am going to go ahead and go through my Hobonichis first. So I'll put the bullet journal over to the side, and we'll just quickly go through the weeks, and I will show you what I'm doing there. The Coffee Monsters Co. die cut, which is her Llama Drama. I can't remember. I just got these yesterday, and I think they are so freaking adorable. I love them. Again, Helen is a 17-year-old who has a very successful sticker shop, and I cannot get enough of her stickers. And you will see some of them in this flip through. So this is my Hobonichi Weeks, and this is my March monthly layout. And as you can see, again, as I've said before, the one thing that I put on here that gets carried over usually is my monthly steps or the daily steps that I take and how many active minutes per day. And then if something happens, like we had date night when we saw Pacific Rim Uprising, that kind of thing, I'll put it in here, just something notable of that. Or when I post, like I filmed my Jibun Techo unboxing and put it up, that kind of thing. And then we will flip over to my, let me go ahead and I have a little page marker there so we can look through what March looked like. And let's see, that's February. Here we go. So this started out March, and I am trying to focus more on self-care and trying to get some more information put in and use this in conjunction. And it's getting better, but I kind of changed this from the previous month, and as I said from my last walkthrough, where I was tracking everything, but I was doing it duplicate in my Hobonichi Cousin Avec. And so I'm like, you know, I'm just going to do self-care, and that's it. And so just going through, this was the second week of March, and going through what I was doing as far as my self-care and putting it all in here and trying to put in a little bit of decoration here at the bottom. And then at the top, I try to figure out what I'm doing for that week as far as a focus. And then that week I was trying to drink more water. This week I was trying to get to bed by 10:45 if possible, which I've kind of gotten to the point where I'm getting to getting to bed between 10:30 and 10:45. So although if I start the miracle morning, I'm going to start having to go to bed earlier because, goodness, I need more sleep. And then this is this week, or last week, I guess. more of the Coffee Monsters Co. Little emotes, which I just love. This one I just freaking adore. Oh my gosh, with the little Easter bunny onesie. Oh my gosh. And then this one has little peeps. And this one has Easter eggs. Oh my god, I love them. And we won't talk about the 4 orders that I've done in a week. So, and then this week, and it's got a coffee theme. This is the Simply Gilded Coffee Washi, which I freaking love. And so we're still going through to get my nails done. Recording the new video today. Yesterday I had a self coffee date. I went to Illy, which there's only one in Utah, and it's at the mall where I get my nails done. And so I try to make a point to go and get coffee there because I love Illy's coffee. Oh, love it. So I haven't set up next week yet, but as you can see, the month is I'm trying to do it in yellow. So that is my weeks. I've added some, just one collection in the back, which is all of my Coffee Monsters Co. purchase list. These are all the different sticker sheets that I've got, and so that I don't do duplication. But that's the only collection that I've added to the weeks. So next we will go through my Hobonichi Cousin Avec, and this is March. Oh, this is the week. Hold on, let me get to the monthly setup. So this was March. And you can see where the my steps and my active minutes are input here. So those are the 2 things that I include, that I duplicate. This has got my monthly goals here, and we'll go into that when we get to the bullet journal. But that's what I track on my monthly view. And then this is April setup. And this, all of my, up till June, I had pre-decorated, because it was just easier and faster for me. So I kind of did the same decoration, kits from Erin Condren, in my weeks and in my, Cousin Avec. So I used the same kit because there was just so much, and I don't really decorate a whole lot. This is pretty much the most you will see, in my months where I'm decorating. So I'll maybe add a piece of washi or something to the bottom like I did here, but that's about it. So then we can go over to the week, how the weekly setups look. So in the Cousin Avec, you have a month at a glance, then you have the weekly, each week laid out, and then you have the dailies. And so this is how my weeks usually look with my to-dos at the bottom. Whatever I have that's big during that day, what time I come in or wake up, and then what time I'm usually in the office. Then it's got weekly goals over to the side and weekly task list that I try to get done. And I try to list that out every week. And then if I get any deliveries or anything like that, we've got that. And then this was just, you know, finishing, this is midday. This was the St. Patrick's Day. And I don't do, you know, I do put in at the times, but I don't do hourly. I don't write everything in for every single hour because I'm usually at work Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. And so I try to just kind of give a snapshot of my day here. And then my weekly goals, trying to do 20-minute clean every day, do a run 3 times a week, a ride 3 times a week, strength training once a week, doing a 5K. One of the things that I did not get done this quarter was a 10K because I should have done it in February, and I knew I should have done it, and I was like, oh no, I'll get it done in March. And then I got bronchitis. Yeah. So, this was the Easter weekend, or the week. And so, just whatever we put in. We went and saw Ready Player One, which was awesome. We got Saki groomed, my little Yorkie. And then this is this week right now. So, yeah, so this is how I kind of do it through the week. One thing that I've changed up for April is putting a hydrate sticker here. So I can kind of determine how much water I do per day. And so I divide it up into 3s because I try to get 90 ounces of water per day. And I have a 30-ounce mug at work. And so if I get 2, this was where I only got 1 in and then 2 here. If I get the whole thing, then I color in the whole dot for the day. And so instead of using up all my stickers every day, I figure I can do one per day, and then I'm just putting in one sticker for that for the week. And then I've got, you know, the next week, my husband has surgery on the 9th, and the 10th I'll be off. I may end up taking Thursday and Friday. I have to be at work on Wednesday to film some things, but, you know, I don't know. We'll see what happens with his surgery. So, and then going in, this was the beginning of March, and on every month in the Hobonichi Avec, Cousin Avec, you have an opening page, and I try to put my goals and things that I'm focusing on. And so this was the beginning of March, and I ended how I ended different things, like, you know, the different subscribers and things like that. My first quarter goals, all of that kind of thing. We'll go into that once we get to the bullet journal. But this is my daily pages. And so, like I said, I try to journal in this section. Here's my schedule. If I exercise, I put it there. These are the things that I'm tracking. I have a word of the day. And then to-do list up at the top. I usually input when I get to work. But this is how my days are usually set up. Some days I don't get a lot, or I don't journal. But, you know, I try to do it every day and do something every day. And so you can see that it kind of skips around. And so this is what my months look like. And then this is the beginning of April. And I've got my April goals. Try to write 4,000 words in the month. Do month 3 of my triathlon training. Organize our bedroom. Get 84 new subscribers to my YouTube channel. Try to lose 2.5 pounds. 120 active minutes per day. My 100-day project, and it ends July 11th. I don't know why it actually started on April 3rd and not April 1st, which kind of, as a data tracker, it annoys me a little bit, but I'm just like, okay, it's 100 days. We'll figure it out. Then the top priorities thing for my 101 goals in 1,001 days. My subscriber list there. Then I'll end up putting all of this in. And then, again, just going through my day, and this is today. So, I'll finish out journaling tonight, and we'll do that. So, that's my Hobonichi Weeks, or Hobonichi Cousin Avec. This is my bullet journal, and as I said earlier, in my Speckled Fawn, which I got from the Buy Sell Trade group, and I love it. This is just a journal card that I got from Tim Holtz, and I laminated it in my new laminator, which I was very excited to have. So I laminated all the things. So you will probably see laminated all the things. We'll just kind of do a quick flip through here. This is the end of the quarter as far as my future log. And in red, you will see when I ran. Again, January, I had the flu. Ended up with 3 runs total because 22 out of 31 days I was sick. February was much better. I had 10 runs. I ran 23 miles, almost 24 miles. In March, only 4 runs, 10.82 miles. I was down 8 days because of bronchitis. And through the 3 months, I had a total of 19 no-spend days. Pretty good for me. So we're going to try to increase that, increase everything in the next quarter. So I have, again, my future log broken up into quarters, so I can review them. This is my 101 goals in 1,001 days, and I'm going to do a video to update everybody on those. Again, still nothing in my Calendex. This is my 2018 goals. Run my first triathlon sprint in November. Finish my novel. Organize every room in my house. Reach 1,000 new subscribers on YouTube. And lose 30 pounds, which will put me at 197.6. I will have 1,173 subscribers on YouTube. And there you go. These were the goals that I was supposed to do in January. And we will flip to those in just a minute. This is my road to Rivendell. And me tracking my runs. I actually have a couple of more squares to put in, but hopefully this gets much more in-depth in the next quarter. Let me flip over to my year in pixels, and as you can see, I ended the month much similar to how I ended January. So I had 8 days in the end of this month where I just put off things. The weather was kind of crappy, and bronchitis screwed me getting what I wanted to get done. That's okay. New beginnings. So I've had very good days since. Yeah, it's looking better. I just hope that I don't continue to end months in brown. No more brown. We don't like that. Then going through March. This was February. That was my February in review. My favorite things. I ended up I did a favorite top 10 for every week. So my first 14, I did my top 10 favorite movies, my favorite TV shows, favorite science fiction characters, favorite foods, favorite comic book characters, favorite book series, favorite drinks, favorite actresses, favorite actors, my 10 favorite symbols, my 10 favorite places, my 10 favorite desserts, and number 13 was my 10 favorite scents. Smells. Scents. My S's are kind of crappy. Excuse me. This is my welcome page for March and what I was currently doing for March. Now, I changed this up for April because I actually did this when I set it up, and I'm like, wait a minute. I need to kind of figure out what I'm doing in the month. So I've decided I filled it out, but I haven't put what I'm doing in April yet because I'm going to wait until April 15th to do that. So this was my monthly log for March. Things that my task list, what I was waiting for. Let's just not talk about how long that list is. My brain dump for April or March. My challenges, which was every day, Llama's love lettering every damn day, and Cindy Gunter-Baldo's rando doodles, which I did not doodle. I actually did quotes for every character. She did the Simpsons characters, and so I did a quote for every single one of those, and so I'll show you that. This was week 9, and this was the rando quotes. So I did a quote for every character, and I just wrote it out. And so, one, it helped me with my writing practice, and yeah, I kind of liked how that turned out. And then the challenge every week I broke down. This is the weekly spread for each week, and then my challenge, the writing challenge on every. We will not talk about how horrible this is. I was trying to use my Tombow markers, and I should have either done the Tombow markers or done cursive because it just looks hideous. So we'll go back to, you can see I went back to just blocking out the letters to get more practice. This was Do a Day by Brian Falchuk, and it was just some notes that I took from that. I was trying to do that, and so it's just trying to be more mindful. And I was looking at it, and it just didn't stick with me. And so, but I took some notes, and I wanted to, I may go back to it. I don't know. We'll see. Then this was, I think the 3rd week, the 12th week of the year. And then this was the week of Easter. And as you can see, I didn't really go in and do anything that day other than spend time with my husband. I didn't even journal. I didn't do anything. So, yeah. Although I did really like how this one turned out. I liked how those letters turned out. And so this was my March in review. And so I went through and did everything that I felt like I needed to get done, and review what I needed to change, all of that. And then my first quarter in review. Again, not quite getting it all done. The positives were I got through my 2nd month of try training. I ended the quarter with 523 YouTube subscribers, 100 over my goal that I had set for the first quarter. I did organize the pantry, and I cleared the dining room table of all my armor and weapons, which is probably odd for a lot of you hearing that, but my dining room table for the past few years literally has been covered in armor, covered in leather, whatever, weapons, that I've been working on or training on or whatever constantly, unless I had company coming over and I fixed it. But for the past month, it has actually been cleared. And I have a lovely cover on it. All of that. It's just been nice. And so I'm like, yeah, it looks good having to be a little bit more organized. So that was a positive. I did get 242 words written in my novel. I know that does not seem like a lot, but it was something. And that's the important thing, was it was something. I had 19 no-spend days. I had 17 runs for the entire quarter. I did 41.70 miles for the quarter, which is pretty dang good considering that I had 30 days of being sick with either the flu or bronchitis in the first quarter. 30 days. So an entire month I was sick in the entire first quarter. That was the negatives. I ended up gaining 3.4 pounds, which, again, sick 30 days. So when you're used to training 6 days a week and you don't do that, all that muscle converts to fat. And I will be the first person to tell you, when I am sick, I'm a big giant baby and I want what I want when I want it. Whether that's pizza, whether that's Coke. Yes, we will talk about, you know, that monkey on my back one more time. Through the month of March, I pretty much drank Coke anytime I wanted it. Didn't care because I felt like crap. So we're back on the wagon because I'm an abstainer and I have to stop cold turkey. I can't just go, I'll just have a little bit. No, I will have a whole entire 2 liter a day kind of thing. And so I had to get rid of that. So my third month of tri-training did not get done. But my focus for quarter 2 would be more self-care to avoid getting sick. I'm going back to basics. And I'll explain what that means here in a minute. Again, quit cold turkey again for Coke. This is like number 5 for me. But, you know, it happens. I am not perfect. And I will never, ever claim to be perfect. I've got to focus more on my water intake. Again, focusing on Coke. Exercise daily, whatever it takes. Stretch, squat, do basic core work. And the Miracle Morning will help with that. Finish my online class. Figure out my flow. I just need to be me. And that means all my morning routine, how I use all of my planners in a flow, what I track where, that kind of thing. And then relax and don't give up your good habits. When I get sick, everything goes out the window. So having a planner and having a plan helps. But again, I turn into a big giant freaking baby. The only thing that has kept me from even being worse off is the fact that Greg was in so much pain and I had to take care of everything. So I had to, you know, do the housework and I had to do all the chores that he normally does because he couldn't do them. And I had to make sure that he was taking his medication on time, not taking too much medication because he's on a lot of painkillers and that freaks me out. And so I'm like, oh, you know, and there were a couple of days where I woke up and he had not come to bed. And I can honestly tell you, I dreaded coming downstairs because I was afraid that I was going to find him dead somewhere, you know, because I have no idea how, I mean, he has a very high tolerance for pain medication. And so, you know, it's just an unnatural fear that I have. And whether he's on painkillers or not, I have that fear of coming downstairs if he has not been to bed and that he's dead down here and he's just asleep on the couch. But, you know, I would rather be afraid and just be like, oh, I'm going to be hypersensitive about it than nothing's wrong. Everything's fine. And then not worry about it one day and then something goes wrong. So yes, that's a little insight into my craziness, but here we go. So I put my second quarter goals here. And again, it just kind of reiterates what I need to focus on. Adding my 10K. I already have my 10K scheduled. April 21st, provided that I can breathe. I have my 10K with the Salt Lake City Marathon. And so I will run that one. And then I will run a second one in the quarter to help make up for missing this one. Yes, I know I said first quarter didn't matter if I didn't do it. I'm not going to go back, but I do want to get 4 10Ks run this year. So official 10Ks. So there you go. That's that setup. And then my favorite top 10s for this quarter. I haven't figured out what I'm doing for this first week yet, but again, there's 13 weeks in the month or in the quarter, and I will go in and do a top 10 list for each one. This is being saved for my strengths layout. I've done the Gallup Find Your Strengths quiz online. I am an activator, a communicator. I have positivity. I have the woo factor, woo woo, which is hilarious, and significance. So those are my 5 strengths, and I have all the printouts and everything, but I want to write it all out so it's in my bullet journal, so I have it. So I actually bought the book, and the book came with the ability to go in and do the quiz. So I loved that. So this is my Welcome to Easter page, and I thought it turned out really cute. It has the Coffee Monsters Co. Again, my favorite little onesie, but it also has some of the Red Fawn stickers. No Power in the Verse Can Stop Me, which is also on the back of my calf with the Serenity ship. One day maybe I will show you guys all my ink. I have 10 different tattoos, and so, but when I ripped my IT band in my first half marathon, I ripped it in mile 4 and finished my first half marathon because it was my first half marathon and I was not going to quit. And so by the time I got across the finish line, blood had like pooled into my knee, everything, and I could barely walk. But it hurt more to walk than it did to run at the time. And so my physical therapist, it was very funny because she was like, I would like to tell you that you can't run, but obviously you don't listen to that. Even when your body tries to tell you that and make you have a hard stop, you don't hard stop. So just be careful. And so, you know, I recovered and I'm running again, and I think I've run 3 half marathons since. But this year I'm just going to do the 10Ks because my sprint, my triathlon is only going to be a 10K, and yeah, half marathons almost killed me. Literally. So this is what I was talking about currently in April. So I'm going to do this on the 15th of the month and fill it out so that it's actually what I'm currently doing in April, not what I'm currently doing on March 31st. So we'll do it that way. And then this is my April monthly log. And what I'm waiting for, again, I know it's only the 4th day in April, but we'll just leave that alone. And then my task list there, and I'll go a little coffee spot there. And then my April brain dump, just some notes and stuff about my article that I'm writing for Carrie Harling's planning magazine online, which is going to be Confessions of a Perpetual Data Tracker and how it impacts my planning. So I have that, and I've got a couple of paragraphs written, but I have some other things that I want to finish. And then my April challenges, again, the Llamas Love Lettering Every Damn Day, and my 100-day project, which is to write something for 100 days straight, but then I'm also going to put over here doing the miracle morning every morning. And then this is where we're at with this week. And this was on one of my, I got the Coffee Monsters Co. order, and that was the little emoji that was sealing my envelope, and I just put that in there. I just loved it. And it was quite apropos because it had like a little writing sheet there, and I'm like, oh, that's what I'm supposed to start writing. So, and this is the my challenge, and like I said, they're all musicals. And so we've got it done through today, and I used the coffee washi again for this week, and that's it. So that is what I'm doing in April, and my quick little flip through of, not so quick, I'm sure, of that. So hopefully you guys will understand and accept that this video is going to be a little bit long. And again, if you're doing the 100-day challenge, please post below and let me know what you're doing, and put your hashtag so I can know it, and follow it on Instagram. And if you have not liked or subscribed, please do so. I would absolutely love it. And again, follow me on Instagram, and you can find the links on my page, and I will definitely follow you back. I hope you guys have a great day and a fabulous April, and I will see you on Sunday. Bye.